Today we're going to use some SEM product, sorry. We got the paint here. It's graphite paint we're trying to match. Interior pieces. We're going to be painting a center console. Here's the soap. They say use this soap, and then here's the prep for the leather and plastic. A couple things we're going to be doing are the center console. We're going to scrub this puppy down with the soap real good. See how it works out. The color we're trying to match is this graphite here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a graphite color. This Chevy truck, we're going to paint this also because it has a speaker in it. We want to keep that. We have two of them, so we're going to paint a few things. We're going to start out by doing the center console, see how that comes out. And we're not just doing the center console and the glove box, and then the piece that goes on the other side. We'll find that in a moment. But we're going to scrub them, paint them, and see how they come out. Thankfully, it's all going to be on the lower side of the dash, on the lower side, so it'll all be from here down. So we might actually paint this piece too, just so it matches. We'll either paint one of the ones we got, with the parts that we bought, so that it has a matching tone, or we'll paint the gray one over just to give it a color on top. But that's where we're going to start out. So first things first, we're going to get down to business. We're going to scrub and scrub and scrub, because if you don't clean it, prep is the key in anything. If you don't prep something, the outcome usually isn't going to be as good as it should or could be. This is going to take a bit more prep because the paint, the original paint on this, it's actually out of a Denali 04. The paint actually peeled from the factory. So we're going to try to get as much of it off as we can. The more we get off, the better. It will show up later. Won't show up later. Won't peel later. So here we go. Wish me luck. We're going to start, do a couple things. Get her going. I'm just going to give you a quickie. Here's step one. So it says to apply it to a scrub pad, basically. Scrub it till it's dry, flat. You see it's drying. It has no glossiness to it. It's all still drying. It's wet, but I just want to give you a quickie. You know, I want to leave you in the dark. I got gray Scotch pads. It doesn't say which color, what to do, but here's my gray Scotch pad, and I'm literally just scuffing it. This is the one that's going to have to be, I'm going to have to hammer away at this one, because right here is going to be like a blend panel. But we're going to scrub it pretty good and see what happens. But we should probably take all this apart, but we're being lazy. We're not. I regret it later, but we're going to scrub it as best we can. We're going to paint it best we can. I do not feel like drilling out 7,000 rivets on the backside to get this off, to take the handle out. So at this moment, yeah, I'm going to half-ass it. Hopefully not biting me in the ass, but I'll scrub as best I can around there. So I'll show you a video when I'm done scrubbing. All right, so we scrubbed the crap out of it. I got as much off that little spot where I'm going to, hopefully that's going to blend in nicely. We'll find out. A couple more pieces. So I'm going to take a rag and wipe down what's not dry. Hit it with some air. Everything looks pretty clean. I'm super lazy. I'm kind of PO'd at myself, but I should have took this totally apart. But we didn't. We scrubbed it real good. We're going to dry it off with rags also, and then go from there. And then we're going to be, the next step is the prep. But what we just did was the semi-prep soap, and we literally did what it said. It said gravitates in the surface and floats contaminants for easy removal, mild abrasive, foaming action removes oils and other water-soluble contaminants. Applied to gray scuff pad. Look at that, we got lucky. We had one. Gray scuff pad thoroughly until surface is clean and finish is dull. Rinse with water. When cleaning leather or vinyl, do not rinse with water. Instead, wipe with semi-soap damp cloth. So keep this. We're gonna keep this to clean it with. Doesn't make sense, but okay. All right. So now we're on to the next step. We're gonna shake the crap out of this can. Dry everything off. Make sure everything's in a good spot where we'll be able to paint it, which is plenty of fresh air, yada yada, good stuff. Removes mold, fingerprints, grease, oil. Promotes adhesion of top coat. Will soften and distort. Will not soften or distort plastic. It's good for plastic, leather, carpet, and velour. So we're using carpet on the side of that, plastic, and the cover is leather. So we should be good. All right, so now we're going to apply directly to the surface or clean cloth wipe. surface with enough material, adequate floating contaminants to adequately float contaminants out of sand, scratches. Wipe dry in one direction with clean lint-free cloth, turning the cloth often. If plastic or leather prep dries on the surface, re-wet and dry completely. Do not leave solvent cloth on painted surface. So we're gonna just basically give us a little coating here. All coating, like I said, just like I'm spray painting it, got a nice gloss to it. And now I'm gonna wipe it all in the same direction. It says wipe in the same direction. And then do not let it dry. They basically want you to dry it with the rag and the motion. So there you go. And we're gonna move on to the next piece and you know, try to hit each one lightly. It's really hard. This comes out aggressively aggressively dark. You'll see right here. Ready? So I'm about 10 inches away. Oh, man, the wind's killing me now. Of course, right? Oh, there you go. Light coat. Like sometimes the coat is light, sometimes it's dark. And the nozzle, when I started, had a weird start out. It was spraying out like it was trying to glue something, like a spray glue. But hey, we're not down it. We're giving it a chance. Trying to get some light coats on here. The little coverage. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not really caring about the cigarette lighter and everything back here, this is going in a pickup truck, and this is almost a waste of paint, in my opinion, just because you're not going to see that piece really at all. You're going to see the top. And this piece you probably never see, and definitely never use, is the cup holder that slides down. But, you know, whatever. We want to do it thorough, and God forbid we ever put this in like an extended cab. For some reason, I take this truck apart. You never know. Shit happens, car accidents, you know, whatever, yada yada. So I'm not gonna bore you with me painting every. You know what? I'll let you see light coats on this puppy, because this is gonna be the tricky piece. How this coat? I kind of like how that looks already. I'm not gonna get heavy. Try to get in this. Oh, see, that's why this thing's hard, man. Definitely keep your distance. Try to do it on a non-windy day. And you know, obviously, if you can do it in the garage, it's well ventilated, that'd be even better. You're not gonna get any spray. But what I was told by the guys at the paint stores, the thicker you put this on, it's like paint, not like a dye. The thinner you put it on, it's more like a dye. It'll adhere to each thing, little micro things and whatever you want to call them. But here we go. You know what? I'll let you see the leather. So this is leather. Everything else is plastic. You know, factory GM leather. So whatever they use. And obviously we're going to do some trickery to get the bottoms, lips of a bunch of the stuff. We'll do that in the end, definitely. Maybe just let it all dry real good. Tomorrow come back and flip it over on a different surface. But I'm kind of liking it. The colors, you know, it's spot on the color, that's for sure. And I'm not trying to hammer down the coats. I'm trying to do, like they say, real light coats. So, you know, they got the paint store told me, I said, well, you know, what's the flash time, as if I'm painting. He said, well, about 5 to 10 minutes, if that. So I figure by the time I get through everything, I'll be able to go back up there and hit another coat on that. But so far, I'm liking it. So, I mean, that blend came out pretty good. I'm happy with that, definitely on the door. Looks awesome. The color looks pretty decent, you know what I mean? The color looks really good. I'm excited. You know what, let's grab a piece that we're going to be comparing to. That's kind of it, but I gotta find you know what, here they go. Let's just grab a piece off the seat that we put here earlier. I think that's it. Let's grab a piece. Like 10 different grays going on. I gotta figure out which one's which. But the color we went with is a graphite, and I'm really happy with the finished product. I'm pretty sure that's the graphite, and that's some light gray. Boom, let's see. Oh yeah. And the angle's crazy. It's showing different, but see, that's a little lighter. Come on, that's a little lighter. And the right shadow and the right angle. That's beautiful. like I said, you got to have the right. I think we're good, man. I'm going to be happy with the finish. That's, you know, everything that I paint, it's lower of the dash, and it's going to be nice together. If anything, I'll have a two-tone dash. Much better than having that tone. That's going to be my next trial. I'm going to scrub one of these door panels up and paint that, because I really like the way the Denali door panels are. They're leather. I don't like the cloth up here, and every one I find is murdered right here. So either I take that somewhere and get it redone. I don't know if I want to do that. I think, and this handle's actually broke, so it's like, you know, I got 10,000 door panels. These ones are the best shape, and I'm kind of liking how the product came out. So we might, you know, that might be our next step. And I do have another can of paint, and I use a whole can on that piece and every one of them pieces out there, and that. So I think a can covered pretty darn good. I've heard guys say they only got a headrest out of a half a can. Well, I don't know what he was doing, but I literally covered a lot with this one can. So, you know, I have to go over it and make sure I didn't miss any edges, but I'm happy with it. Looks good. This would be going in my nice, beautiful orange truck that we're building here. I don't know if you noticed my other videos, there's actually a 2005 Nissan Titan back window in it. So, you know, we're doing some, want this truck to stand out. Not really going to say it's a show truck, but it's definitely going to be a really nice truck I'll be driving. And happy I built it. So, like and subscribe. The the thing came out. So here's the door panels. Here's the door panels. I did one already. Again, we're using the SEM charcoal. That's the after, and that's the before. This one's already been scrubbed. I scrubbed them both really good. This is coat 2. I'm going to show you me coating the other one, but that's where we're at. So here we are applying the prep. And we're just literally laying a coat on. So what it sounds like you want to lay it on so that it can physically lift the oils and dirt out. So we're doing it section at a time. You know, and you do not want to let this stuff dry on its own. If it dries, you have to re-wet it and do it again. So you're just constantly, it says go in one motion, same motion, same motion. So it does something. Keep doing that same motion. Flip the rag occasionally. Keep it in the same motion. You don't want it to puddle anywhere. So you're not going to see much of this, but this is where the speaker cover goes. But, you know, I'm going to follow the directions the best I can. So there we go with that. We got to do the handle, and then we're going to show you painting it. All right, so kind of shitty sun. There you go. I got off the sun a little bit. There's our work. There's our paint. So we're gonna get ready to paint this puppy. Make sure she's dry everywhere. Almost dropped her there. That would have stuck. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Remember the first coat? Well, all the coats you want to be light coats. So we're just dusting. I'm literally just dusting. Just trying to get quick base on. Hopefully I don't see no super stripes or big blotches. Mother fricker, it got me again. These cans are weird, man. They don't, temperamental or stuff. Every once in a while you get like a streamline out of it. Or you should just be getting all this. And I did, the guy at the shop shook it. And then I shook it. You know. So this is my base coat. Kind of looks almost like splatter paint, because, you know, it's a base. We're just getting something for the rest to grab. And, you know, hopefully you can now see that. And like I said, the guy told me about 5 minutes doing coats. So we're going to let that set up a little. And then we'll hit it with a second coat. That's coat 1. And over here is coat 2. We're going to do coat 3 here quick. Hard to see coat 3 now because it's all fully covered. So we're just, you know, giving a good coating. The daggone bug just flew in there. He better get out of my paint. Or whatever you call this dye. So here we go. This is coat 3. I'm trying to darken up a bit only because when I did the other pieces, it seemed like it was a little got the bug out. It seemed like it was a little too light. Not that I mind, it doesn't look bad, but the door panels cover more area, and trying to, like, you know, make it look uniform. So there's coat 3, coat 2 over there next. So we're going to do coat 2, and you'll see the real change in color here. Then you're not putting it on heavy, just going over it. Should get in them nooks, crannies. If you don't cover, oh well, you'll come back. The can doesn't screw you over, you'll be all right. You see the color changing totally now, so. Oh. Constant movement, never sit still with the can. I have to change the angle of that because you kind of see it on the thing. I don't want that. So here's coat 2. Hopefully 3 will be as nice as the other 3 is, and we'll have it done. Console and the bottom plates, there is a two-toneness about them. Might not be seeing in the video, but it's a little different here. It's a lighter, darker. But so what I did was I went the painted supply, all the painted stuff's down here. I actually painted this with that paint too. But this is the factory that matches this. So we got a two-toneness going. The door, I mean, I could have painted this if I wanted to, but I didn't. I actually like the two-tone, little bit of lightness in the here and here. You don't have to do that. You can paint them also, but I just didn't want to overpower it with gray. So there's the charcoal. It's a little light, like I said. And this is I painted that like a couple months ago, and it's holding up really good, I'd say. There's the center console I did. There's the other door panel. So then I have a video on here if you looked, if not. But I did away with the radio controls up here, and I did some fiberglass work, and I put my iPad in here actually when I'm driving. Clips in there. And then the radio and the controls are down here, so I used the same SEM paint down here, the gray, and it came out nice. But there's the finished product. I don't know about you. Oh, and these two, they're done. So the paint, it's hard to see in this light, I know, but let me back away, see if we get a better view. But there's the door panel done. Center console I think it came out really nice. It came together nice. Well, if you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Most of this last couple videos I've been posting are building this truck. It's coming out pretty awesome.